Lately, I've been asking myself a question. Do I really love creating content, or am I just doing it because everyone else seems to be doing it? And honestly, I didn't know how to answer this question at first. Hi friends, so I'm just going to give you a little backstory just so that it all makes sense to you. In 2023, the last quarter of 2023, I decided I was going to start a YouTube channel. That's when my content creation journey started. And by the January 2024, I uploaded my first video on YouTube. And I continued to upload videos every week for the next 5 months or so before I relocated to Ireland. So when I relocated, obviously, I'm trying to settle into a new country, trying to find my feet. So content creation took the back seat. I still had that urge. I still wanted to create. I still wanted to upload. But I just felt like I had to give, settling in and finding my feet in this country priority over content creation. So I think at some point in 2024, I think around November, I decided that I was just going to upload. I wanted to feel like I was done, trying to stop myself from creating, and I eventually created a video and uploaded one. Did that for a while and then stopped creating again. So it gets funny here because it now began with a bunch of inconsistencies, a lot of back and forth, a lot of overthinking. I kept wondering if I was worthy of what I was doing. I kept, doubting myself. I started doubting my purpose, and I was like, is it worth it? Do I have to create content? Is it something I'm supposed to do? Is it meant for me? Just found myself in that situation, and that is how we are here today. This was happening when people I know were doing so well on their platforms, were growing their platforms and their communities, and I was just there asking myself different questions. I created for a while and stopped, and then I dumped YouTube totally, completely. And I felt like, okay, if I create on Instagram, it just might make me feel a bit better, and I feel a bit better about whatever it is I was doing. I was wrong. Towards the end of 2025, I posted so much on Instagram that I thought that, okay, I solved my problem, and now I could now create on Instagram and maybe YouTube. But by the time the year was ending, 2025, I had this question in my mind. Am I truly creating content because I love it, or I'm just doing it, or I'm just following the bandwagon? This question was sitting in my mind at the end of 2025, and it rooted in my mind by 2026 in January. I knew that I couldn't keep going until I answered this question. I sat down, I prayed about it, I thought about it. I had to pause creating. My uploading was sparse because I wasn't sure what I was doing. And honestly, I didn't want to put myself out there just for nothing, when I'm not even true to myself or being open and honest with myself about what I was doing. Eventually, I realized something. It just occurred to me that I actually do enjoy creating content. I love creating content. I've just been going about it the wrong way and doing it wrongly. I also realized that my hobby doesn't have to be monetized. I feel like something's going on in the world right now where if you're really good at something, if you have a talent or you're good at something, you should try and monetize it. And now I want to change the perspective. I want to see, or rather, I see content creation as a creative outlet for me. One thing I realize is I don't owe anybody anything, especially strangers on the internet. I can do what I want and post as I wish, and share my thoughts and share bits of my life and share things that I'm really comfortable with it and things that really matter to me, and build a community and use the platform as a way to impact lives positively. I also realized that I don't like who I am when I create for Instagram. I'm not, or let's say short form content. I don't just like who I am when I create for short form content. I believe that I have more freedom and creative flow when I create long form content. So these are some of the things that I realized, and I later had to ask myself why I even like creating in the first place. Honestly, I love the process of creating content, from the ideation process to the scripting to the filming to the editing, especially the editing. to see your end result, that is a very rewarding part for me. And then yes, at the end of the day, my probably just get 10 views but that's worth it, because 10 views is like 10 people watching your videos, and I think that's actually a lot if you ask me. I feel like now I'm at a point where I can create myself as who I am, something that I truly love. You can imagine how and why I will start to question it in the first place, because I feel like as human beings, we just tend to overthink and worry about what people might say about us or what people might think about you, and you don't kind of live your life where you want to, because you're so worried, especially when it comes to social media. With the way things are right now, it's a little bit, toxic. So a lot of people are just trying to make sure that they're not putting themselves out there, they're not being vulnerable online to avoid like a backlash or something. I feel like where I am right now, I want to start creating because I love creating, just to share bits and bobs here and there, to share bits of my life, to share stories. It's tempting to start something because everyone else is doing it. I believe that that's not the case with me now. After thinking about the whole thing, I'm doing this because I really enjoy doing content, and I see it as a way of having a platform to impact life positively. I see it as a way of building a community. Yes, I have experienced doubt, I've experienced fear of missing out, I've experienced envy, I have done a lot of comparison. I compared myself to a lot of creatives out there, but then it doesn't even make sense. How do you compare yourself to someone that has probably been doing content creation for 10 years and then you just started your own journey? You can't be on the same level. It's almost impossible. Times change, life changes. One of the things that really kind of closed up the whole thought process for me, one of the things that made me finally answer this question was that I remember when I relocated to Ireland, there was a video I uploaded on YouTube. It was like a voiceover vlog explaining how I relocated and how God did it for me and everything. And that video resonated with one of my friends. It kind of helped her a little bit in something, and just that experience made me realize that I'm not here to chase trends. I'm not here to chase views or chase followers. I'm here to impact life positively. I'm here to create content that would, spark joy, just share bits and things that would make people happy, things that also make me happy. I'm not here to trend. I don't need to trend. I don't have to trend. I just want to use this platform as a creative outlet. Now that is where I am mentally. I feel like I've got to that point in my life, or should I say I've got to that point with content creation where I see it as a creative outlet. I see it as a hobby. It doesn't have to make me money. I don't have to get a lot of views. I don't have to trend. It is just my hobby. I actually love it for me because it has made me to want to create in a different way, and it has also made me not overthink the whole process, not overthink content creation, to show up as myself, to be as authentic as I can be, to be vulnerable if I have to be. Of course, not to overshare also. The way I see it now, it's totally different, and I'm so happy because I think at the end of the day, it also kind of reflects what I'm going to be uploading online. So yeah. If you've been wondering the same thing just like me, I think it's okay to just pause, reflect, and ask yourself why you're doing what you're doing. If you have been thinking of creating content and maybe you're afraid, you're overthinking just like I did, and you're wondering like, is this even worth my time? It's okay to sit down and think about it and make sure that, okay, what you're doing is right for you. It's also okay to make sure that you're yourself when you're online. I think everybody can sense fake from afar. People can sense acting from afar. And finally, to answer the question of this video, yes, I believe that truly content creation is for me. I believe that I'm meant to do content creation. I believe that I enjoy and I love content creation, and I'm going about it now with a different mindset, and I am not chasing trends. I'm not following the bandwagon, and I am here to use content creation, to use this platform as a form of creative outlet, build a community, and impact life positively. So I will see you in my next video. Bye.